Welcome to your Magic Moon message. As you can see, this is the place where I almost died and then met somebody who actually watches my channel. Amazing place to just be alive and almost die. It's a memorable experience I will keep with me for the rest of my life. And shout out to you. You're my favorite, one of my favorite people. I think she's an Aries. I'm not sure. Shout out to Aries. Moon in Taurus, Sun in Gemini. See what I did there? Aries, Taurus, Gemini. All right. Anyway, it's up. I don't know if you know. Get your affairs in order. All right. Get your thoughts straight. The moon's going into Gemini tomorrow. We're having the new moon in Gemini. Look, fuck what people thought. There's a new stream of conscious intellect and thought. I didn't want to say thought twice. That you're getting ready to stream through. This is a new cycle. 12 years in the making, 247 years in the making, 30 years in the making. Right? So this is getting ready to not only expand our vocab, but it's taking this reframe and redefinition of your thought process, and it's allowing you the articulation and vocabulary to talk the shit necessary that you're meant to talk. You never really go full Gemini. All right, you don't ever want to go full Gemini. Gemini sometimes go to Gemini, and you just want to know when to Gemini. You never go full Gemini. Everything you've seen up until this point is a period of pre-crazy. All right, Geminis might be a little crazy. Well, before the new moon, we're ending the pre-crazy period. Please don't laugh. This isn't funny. I'm really telling you the truth. And now we're going to go full crazy, activating the new moon. Moon's going over Jupiter, Venus, Sun, you feel me? Aren't you glad that I actually know the science of this and I'm not belittling you while I go over to play my fantasy football and trade stocks, but I don't know my moon sign? I love y'all. I'm here for y'all. Anyway, enough of that bullshit. This moon in Taurus is the last pit stop of transcending previous values you've had in light of new information. Like, you know what? I value peace, so I'm just not going to invest too much energy into that situation. What? They said what? They did what? Hey, hold my shit. Thank you. I'm not saying you have to go crazy or militant. Leave that to the Geminis. I'm just going to say there is a realization you're getting ready to activate Ace of Swords style that will feel a lot more conviction as we fill in the emotion in Cancer and the heart in Leo and master this integration in Virgo, where you will train your side eye to magnanimous levels against egregious content that will flood your space. The moon in Taurus is going to hump over Uranus. Pause. No, I don't care. This is going to re-innovate and reinitiate this natural understanding of how much more revolutionary you can sense applied to this active Sun in Gemini transit. Your inner value based on natural quality and real experiences you have built into what you know is not up for debate. People who put in proper research and due diligence will reflect that. You want to be very mindful of who you are wasting your attention to, feeding fires because you're too reactive, and you want to be very mindful of the value with which is getting ready to evolve 50,000 times over in the form of what you're expressing. Insecure people, once again, need someone better to feel better than. Need someone to feel better than. And you have people who identify with their beliefs. So when you express your ideas and when you move in a way that threatens what other people believe, it can feel like you're attacking their character and personality. We call that bitch-made behavior. Weak little bees, or stupid little bees, SLBs. Daily vocabulary. This is going to enable you to examine the base attributes of people's thought process around you so that it lets you understand how much you may have been wasting time casting pearls before swine. The moon sextiling Pisces brings to a natural, tangible quality beliefs that you have been understanding in light of the Gemini Sun awareness, challenging these beliefs to adjust in a way you can put it into words. And the moon in Taurus is adding more grounding to this in a balsamic phase that wants you to remember everything you've activated during Taurus in order to establish a new precedent in the self-worth and value you feel within yourself. Now that you've come to experience by elements of that, this is putting you in a position to now transcend old feelings of worth now that you're applying it in a new way of thinking. This is going to supernaturally produce ahead of time qualities attached to your five senses and clear senses that are going to get ready for the purpose of this next series of cycles to like quite literally evolve your direct experience of your abilities past what science has told you is possible. And that's an Evan 7 synchron. Not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Causality for everything. I'm not using it as a as a fallacy. I just like coincidences like that. So with that being said, all right, I can ascribe subjective meaning, like seeing those numbers, to my objective reality. I'm programming in my brain a subjective and subconscious code that through repetition and consistency can work itself out for me. You've experienced this through synchronicities. And if you're not aware of how you're programming your spiritual AI, your brain, you're gonna let other interest groups, corporations, and Neanderthals do it for you. Air Force! So just be mindful of that. Just because people have convincing arguments and opinions doesn't mean that their beliefs are truth. And this is what gives you an initial sense of actual tangible grounding. Look at this. You see that? I hit that for real. Yeah, see how I hit that? Yeah, I hit that right now. Anyway, my hand is buzzing because I actually made physical contact. Just like you're going to understand the natural quality of the words you're using, and in understanding the strength and value you're infusing into each word, chakra control, this enables you to stand more on your values so that you do not get blown by the wind of this new moon that's going to really blow very hard. Eh? I'm not going to say that pause word. So with that being said, it's very imperative that you have faith during this balsamic phase and surrender to everything you understand your word is worth. As we need this natural grounding before this third game changer of this season. The first was the full moon in Sag, double mutable. The second was the moon in Pisces, double mutable. And this third one is the new moon in Gemini. Don't allow idiots with the self-conscious and awareness to do things they may have issues with you doing, force you to give them a masterclass to make them understand things in a moment. If they're stupid enough to not actually do proper research or to come at you from a way that you feel you respect, don't waste your time with them. This is going to really prove what your absence means in light of denial and pride that you deal with others. And I'm speaking in a collective level, so it doesn't have to really be individually. It could be archetypes of people that you're dealing with. There's so many archetypes of stupid people. I have to make a video of this. But I don't want to demonize stupid people like I'm the smart one. I'm just saying, you know exactly what I mean. So with that being said, okay, there's a very amazing element of how you're getting ready with Pluto in Aquarius, which is a 20-year chapter. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius, all the monarchies in the world were threatened by revolutionary movements who had the audacity to want rights. Like, you were literally just peasants before that we were able to take advantage of your money and everything. Now you want rights? Now you're having a revolution? Now you want to be a republic? And imagine if that shit happens again and the poor eat the rich and people are just disillusioned with celebrity and influencer lifestyle. Oh, it's happening. Anyway, as governments fight for neo-colonialism and genocide, you're going to really understand, once again, where you stand. And most importantly, how you think about all of this. All right, cool. So, it's hot outside. It's hot. It's Vegas weather here. Don't see me sweating, man. All right, so yeah, this is still just the end of the first quarter, and that's one thing to examine. We're having the new moon in the second decade, so we're starting the end of the first quarter near the middle of the end. That was confusing. Regardless, there is going to be an uptick in the clarity that comes through. So before this clarity, phased by this new moon, activates through your word, this is the last period for you to focus very strongly relative to what it is you are effectively establishing relative to the magic and perception you're getting ready to move forward with. And once again, with that sextile to Pisces, it's going to draw from what the past 4 days you've previously activated in this need and game changer to shift everything you believe. And so through Aries of applying that belief towards an understanding raw of who you should speak this with, this is now producing tangibility, which will produce the effect in Gemini. This new moon is going to be crazy. All right, this is the pre-crazy period. This is like the calm before the Gemini tropical storm. If you think Geminis are crazy, you have not seen our final form. Stop fucking with it. Like, just stop. All right, just stop. People are going through their Saturn square with the Gemini. Gemini, don't test Geminis right now. They were a lot more unhinged right now, and you're welcome. So with that being said, the moon going into Taurus, humping over Uranus. Wow, I said that. Is definitely getting ready to innovate in the shadow of the light of the sun, balsamic phase, Pisces signature, the last part of the new moon Taurus we had a month ago. And once again, you want to really quality check what you're focusing your attention to, and understanding if it preserves this value or almost takes away from it to waste your words towards the subject. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go on unhinged rants and just talk shit for the hell of talking shit. That's what Gemini season is for. I'm just saying, before you take it more seriously than you have to, ask yourself, is it really worth it? You know, I can definitely keep a veneer of part sarcasm, part reality, and integrate it. But we don't want to see you out here in these streets giving attention to stuff that's not even worth your time. Now, if you're here, if you have time to waste like I do, that's Gemini season, talk your shit. But I'm just letting you know, once we go to the post-crazy axis, which is everything after the new moon, the winds are, everything is set in place. So this is you getting ready to release your anchors, and the moon in Taurus is going to remind you the truth of why you are valuable and what about you makes you uniquely valuable, with Uranus as well. Don't allow people's jealousy, covetousness, and just overall misunderstanding of you shape what it is you continue to express subconsciously and psychologically. The negativity being projected at you is in an effort to stop you from doing what you're doing. So the best way to counter that is to keep on doing it. Keep on saying it. Put some backbone behind what you're saying. Say it with your chest. You could whoop out your metaphoric or real dick, whether you want an indecency, exposure, charge, or not. This is your Gemini season. And don't let anybody stop your Gemini season. And be prepared for this new moon in Gemini, which is going to be very fucking crazy. And if you're a Gemini, happy birthday. It's our time. They hate us because they ain't us. Let them weave their narratives and talk. We're going to talk more shit. And you have Gemini in your chart, even if you weren't a Gemini's born sun or moon or rising. Really reflect on the value of the ideas that you're getting ready to activate. And there's going to be hidden treasure before the new moon you unlock so that you can experience it and move forward with it. The demons are out, and as demon slayers, it's time to get busy, baby. So if you ready, we ride at dawn, motherfuckers.